Kia ora everybody, welcome to day one of this 10-day yoga challenge. So we're going to start nice and easy today, and we will start in a seated position. So find yourself a comfortable seat. You might sit with your legs crossed or extended out in front, or you might be kneeling, just whatever's most comfortable for you. Once you've set yourself up, you might close your eyes or just take the gaze down. We're just going to begin by connecting to our breath. So we're going to take 5 deep breaths and try to fill the lungs from the bottom lobes all the way up to the top. So if you'd like, you can place a hand on your belly and a hand on your upper chest just to feel that lifting of the breath. But you're welcome to leave your hands down by your sides. So when you're ready, deep breath in through the nose and out. As you breathe out, draw your belly back towards your spine, and again breathing in. Feel the abdomen expand, the breath lifts into the ribs and up into the chest, and breathing all the way out nice and slow. Deep breath in. And long breath out. And taking 2 more at your own pace. And feel as you breathe in that there is a little more extension happening through the torso, through the spine, as if the breath is lengthening and lifting you up. And see if you can use those last 2 exhalations to soften through your shoulders, to release any tension that you won't need for the next 10 minutes. After your last breath, resting your hands down beside you or back onto your knees. And we'll start our movement just through the neck with some neck rotations. So drop your chin down to your chest, and as you breathe in, move your right ear across to your right shoulder. Lift the chin up, drop the head back, and then exhale, left ear to left shoulder, and chin back down to the chest. And 2 more, moving right to left, breathing in and up, breathing out and down. Last one to the right. And when your chin comes down to your chest, pause. Relax the shoulders back and down, and then we'll go left to right. So breathing in, left ear, left shoulder, chin lifts, and exhaling to the right. Inhaling up over the left, and exhaling to the right. Take 1 more of these. Really try to feel the neck, all parts of the neck. Chin down to the chest. Then breathe in, lift the head back up to neutral. Pause there, take a breath. And we'll just finish up through the neck with a deep stretch through the back. So bringing the hands behind the head, interlacing the fingers, and bring the chin down to the chest. You can start to draw your elbows into the sides of the head and just a gentle pressure down, but try not to let the rounding move into the upper back. So keep the spine in extension and just bending from the neck. A couple more breaths here. And now on an inhale, lift your head, send your elbows back, gently squeeze your shoulder blades, lift the chin, bring a little bit of a lift to the chest. And then exhale, come back to neutral. Keep your hands as they are. We'll move into a side stretch. So inhale here, lengthen up through the top of your head, and as you exhale, lean to the left. That left elbow drops down, right elbow lifts up, keeping the head centered, and just noticing that stretching sensation through the right side and continuing to breathe. Next inhale, come to center, and exhale, move to the right. Right elbow drops, left elbow lifts. And see if you can take some breath into the left side of your lung, left side of your torso. Inhale, coming back up, and exhale, releasing the arms down. Now we'll move on to hands and knees into a tabletop position. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, And we'll just take a few cat-cow to warm up through the spine. So as you inhale, draw your chest forward, your shoulders back, and tilt your tailbone up toward the ceiling. And then exhale, dome through the upper back, lift up toward the ceiling, drop your chin towards your chest. Good. Take 2 more of these, breathing in, forward, lifting up, and breathing out, rounding in. Squeeze the belly in here as well. Last one, inhale, forward, deep breath. Exhale, press all the breath out, round up toward the ceiling. And then just come back to what feels like a neutral spine. So the gaze is down between the thumbs, the crown of the head extends forward, and your abdomen still engaged, drawing back here. Now a little twist through the upper back, bring your left hand to the center of the mat, and inhale, extend up through your right fingers. And as you exhale, bring that right hand through, continue over to the left until you're resting on your right shoulder. And you can move your left hand out to anywhere that feels supportive. We're just here for 3 breaths. So see if you can find that 3-dimensional quality of breath, where you feel the breath moving out through the sides, the front, and the back. And bring your left hand, wherever it is, bring it underneath your left shoulder. Press down, lift yourself up on an inhale, reach right fingers up. And then bring the right hand down straight to the center underneath the chest. And then same on the opposite side. Left hand extend up, breathing in. Left hand through and under to the right as you breathe out. Rest your head and your shoulder. Bring your right hand to the floor. Take 3 deep breaths. Now right hand underneath the right shoulder, press down and inhale, reach your left fingers all the way up. And exhale, left hand to the floor, back into that tabletop position. And now we'll tuck the toes under, lift the knees up off the floor and send the hips up and back and finding your downward facing dog. Pressing your chest and your belly towards your thighs as your sit bones lift up and back. And if you'd like, you can pedal the feet to the floor, open up through the backs of the legs. Now, as you breathe in, extend your right leg up and back behind you. Bend your right knee and drop your right heel across to the left buttock. Lift your knee toward the ceiling, open through the front of that hip. Take 1 more breath in here, and then as you exhale, pull the knee forward toward the nose, and then step your right foot between your hands. Drop your left knee down, low lunge. From here, press down into your left hand underneath the shoulder. Inhale, reach your right fingers up toward the ceiling. Roll your chest open to the right. Take 3 breaths. Press firmly down into that left hand. 1 more breath in. And as you exhale, take your right hand to the floor. Pull your right toes back. Keep your torso folded over your right leg. Notice the sensations through the back of your leg. Breathe deeply. Next, inhale, shift forward, so right foot flat on the mat, bring the arms up, take the gaze up, and then exhale, hands to the mat, tuck your left toes under, lift the knee and step back into downward facing dog. And then same on the other side, left leg extends up and back, left knee bends and the heel drops to the right, lifting the knee up. Keep your shoulders square, 1 more deep breath in here, and stepping through, left foot between the hands. Right hand straight underneath the shoulder. Inhale, reach up through left fingers. Rotate your torso open to the left. Lift up. 3 breaths. Left hand down to the floor. Pull left toes back. Extend forward through the crown of your head. Breathing here. Use your next breath in to shift forward, raise the arms up and follow with your gaze. And then exhale, hands to the floor, step back into downward facing dog. Take 1 more deep breath in, extend your spine, lift your hips tall. Then as you exhale, step your feet toward the hands, feet about the width of the hips, and just fold yourself over your legs. So let your knees bend softly here. Make sure your head and neck is relaxed and releasing down, top of the head toward the floor. You can take a little bit of a rock
or a bounce, releasing through the lower back, releasing through the spine. Then let the hands drop to the floor, bend into the knees a little more deeply, and roll up to standing like a rag doll, nice and slow, vertebra by vertebra, until you're standing all the way up. Take a moment to feel your feet and to ground through your feet and extend through the top of the head. We'll do 3 rounds of what we call sunshine breath here. So crossing the wrists in front, and then breathing in, reaching arms out, coming up onto the balls of the feet, cross the wrists overhead, and then exhale, come back down. So synchronizing breath and movement, 2 more like this. Breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out, coming down. Last one, breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out, coming back down. Keep your heels firmly planted on the floor. Inhale, extend your arms up. Take the gaze up, and exhale, draw the elbows into the ribs, open through the chest. 2 more of these. Inhale, palms touch overhead. Exhale, elbows in. 1 more time. Inhale, lift up. Extend and reach. Exhale, elbows in. And then fold forward. From here, lift your heels, come to balance on the balls of your feet and toes. Bend your knees, sit your bum down to your heels. Press your knees out to the sides, come to sit all the way down. Bring the soles of the feet together, butterfly pose. Bouncing up and down through the knees. Inhale now, extend tall through the top of the head, and exhale, fold forward. Just 3 breaths, pressing knees to the floor. One more breath in and out. Lift all the way up, bring the knees together, and come down onto your back. You can hug the knees in for a couple of breaths. And then release the legs straight. Take some space between the feet, bring the arms down to the floor beside you. Make any last little adjustments to your position so that you're comfortable. If the lower back's not comfortable here, you can keep your feet on the floor. And just take a few deep breaths in through the nose, maybe even out through the mouth to release and relax. So at the end of our practice, we take a few minutes to be still and to allow the body to calibrate and to absorb the effects of the practice. So allow yourself a further 2 or 3 minutes here if you have the time available. Allow yourself to rest and be still. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 2 of our 10-day challenge.